Hello everyone! If you enjoy this video, please leave a like and comment what type of content you would like to see next time. Also, only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking the video, consider subscribing. Check out the Patreon in the video description for some extra steamy content. Enjoy the video!
I love Halloween. The costumes, the busy streets, the parties, all of it is just so great. This year, my two friends, Stephanie and Mia, wanted to do something big for Halloween. The previous years we had gone to parties. Stephanie and Mia told me that they had an idea and wanted to call me. We all hopped on a call and Stephanie began talking. So, Mia and I were doing some research and found out that there is a big costume contest in our city. The prize for first and second place is $1,000 and $5,000. We were looking at the winners from last year and didn't really think their outfits were good. So we were brainstorming some potential outfits that we could do, and Mia had a unique idea. Mia started speaking. Yeah, so you're pretty skinny for a guy, and we thought that you could make a very convincing girl with the right outfit and makeup. We would have to go all out, so I thought that we could dress you up as a Barbie. Stephanie and I pretty much already have all the stuff we need to do this. There was silence on the call. I didn't know what to say. I had secretly cross-dressed before, but it was only something I did from time to time. I have definitely never cross-dressed in public before. $10,000 was a lot of money. I said, I am down, but no one can know about this except us three. Promise? Stephanie and Mia agreed. The contest was tomorrow, so we didn't have much time to prepare. Mia was able to register us for the contest and told me to go to bed early. We planned to meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. and begin to get ready. The contest was at 3 p.m., so we had about 8 hours to get ready. I thought that was more than enough, but Mia and Stephanie insisted that there was a lot to do. The rest of the night passed by pretty quickly, and before I knew it, it was morning. I woke up at 6:30 and showered. Mia and Stephanie lived in the same apartment building as me, so I just had to walk over. I knocked on their door, and Stephanie opened it almost immediately. I walked in and looked around their apartment. Clothes were lying everywhere, and a bunch of makeup was all over the bathroom countertop. I could tell that they were taking this contest very seriously. Mia asked me to come to the bathroom and sit down. There was a chair in front of the mirror that I sat in. Mia took out a pair of tweezers and started plucking out hair from my eyebrows. It was painful, and I teared up a little. Mia said that beauty is pain. Next, Mia took out a razor and began shaving my head. I usually had pretty short hair, so I didn't mind. Once she finished, she had me wash my entire head, then come sit back down in the chair. She put a very tight hairnet on me so that none of my hair on my head was visible. At this point, I looked like a mime and laughed at myself in the mirror. Mia began applying some makeup. I didn't know much about makeup, but it seemed like she was applying a lot of different products. Stephanie came in while Mia was doing this and had a box of waxing strips. While Mia was applying the makeup, Stephanie began waxing my arms and legs. I said, "We better win the $10,000 if I'm doing all of this." This went on for another 10 minutes until my legs and arms were waxed and makeup was applied on my face. I looked at myself in the mirror and my jaw dropped. I could barely recognize myself. My eyes looked so big and my face looked so smooth. Mia asked, "What do you think?" I said, "Wow, makeup is such a powerful tool." Next, I got up and they moved the chair from the bathroom. Stephanie handed me a dress and told me to put it on. They both left the room and waited for me. The dress was made of a spandex material and had lots of shapes on it. It definitely looked like something a Barbie would wear. I slipped it on. It was a bit tight, but a good fit. I liked how the material felt against my skin. I called for Stephanie and Mia to come back in. They opened the door and marveled at how beautiful I looked. They said that I was a natural Barbie. I did a little spin for them. They brought back the chair and asked me to come sit in it. Mia brought out a blonde wig and attached it to the top of my head. I didn't think that it looked real, but I guess it was how a Barbie should look. The hair came all the way down to my waist and felt very heavy. I moved my head around with the wig on. Next, Stephanie attached some neon pink cloth material to the top of the wig. It looked like it had been pulled out of a tutu. I stood up and walked around. Stephanie and Mia watched me and giggled. The final touch was the heels. Mia revealed a pair of 4-inch heels. I sat down and slipped my feet into them. They felt a little tight and uncomfortable. I stood up and wobbled around in them. For the next 15 minutes, Mia and Stephanie helped me practice walking in them. I began to get the hang of it. I found that moving my hips from side to side when I walked helped me balance myself. I was ready for the costume contest. All three of us sat on the living room couch. The contest allowed us to play a 20-second video before the contestant would come on the stage. Mia and Stephanie picked out some images of me in my normal clothes. They made a video where it would show a few images of me as a boy, then the music would change and I would walk out on stage. They chose a song by Nicki Minaj to play when I walked out on stage. I was beginning to get a little nervous about this. I hoped that no one I knew would be there in the audience. I practiced walking in heels for another 20 minutes before we got ready to leave. I took the stairs down to the car just to make sure that I didn't run into anyone I know in the elevator. There was quite a few of my friends that lived in this apartment building. Mia and Stephanie pulled out to the front of the building and I quickly rushed through the lobby into their car. I thought I spotted someone I knew out of the corner of my eye, but I wasn't sure. The contest was about 30 minutes away from where we lived. We played loud music in the car and rolled down the windows. A few people looked at me as we went by. I don't think any of them knew that I was a guy. Before I knew it, we had arrived at the contest. The three of us got out and walked over to the event. Stephanie went to figure out what to do, and Mia stayed with me. A few people glanced at my costume, but many people didn't seem to notice me. I think a lot of them just assumed that I was a girl dressing up as a Barbie. They were in for a big surprise. Stephanie returned and we went to sit down. The show began, and we got to watch a few people go up before we had to get ready. There were 3 judges. The other contestants so far had not been that good in my opinion. I was feeling confident. We all went backstage together and waited for my turn. I saw the images of me playing on the screen and heard the Nicki Minaj music. I strutted onto the stage and waved at the audience. I was nervous but managed to gracefully walk to the center of the stage. I did a twirl and struck a few poses. I heard the music coming to an end and strutted off the stage. I turned and winked at one of the judges before I was back behind the curtains. Stephanie and Mia rushed up to me and said I did amazing. We all hugged and jumped around. We left backstage and went back to take our seats. The show went on for another 30 minutes before the last contestant had finished. The judges took another 20 minutes to deliberate. All of the contestants were called on stage, and we all stood in 3 lines. I looked around, and there were about 100 contestants. There were some pretty impressive costumes. The judges first announced 3rd place. It was a guy who had dressed up as Shrek. The judges then announced 2nd place. It was a woman who had dressed as a cat. The audience became silent, and the judges announced 1st place. It was me. I froze and didn't know what to say. I stepped forward and did a little wave to the audience. I thought I heard Mia and Stephanie cheering for me. The judges said that they really liked my energy and the costume was so convincing. They told me that I was very brave. The judges thanked everyone for coming, and the show ended. I raced down to greet Stephanie and Mia. We celebrated again. Stephanie went to collect the check, while Mia and I went towards the car. I was still in shock that I won. We all drove back home, and I changed out of the Barbie outfit. I was still in shock that I won. We all drove back home, and I changed out of the Barbie outfit. I washed my face and Mia helped me remove the makeup. My feet hurt from wearing heels for so long. We all sat back down on the couch and decided that this had been the best Halloween ever.